Hey, and welcome back to a dose of Spirit Strong with Michelle Encourages. Today, we're going to talk about something that quietly shapes on how we move through life, okay? How we show up in relationships and how we treat ourselves. Yeah, the topic today is stop negotiating your worth. This isn't about arrogance, y'all. It's about alignment. It's about recognizing your value. It's not something to bargain with every time you want to be accepted or you need somebody's approval or peace. If you ever made yourself smaller to keep others comfortable, this conversation is definitely for you. And now listen, your worth is not performance based. It's not. It's not tied to how productive you are, how much you give, or how well you meet other people's expectations. But many of us, yeah, we live as if it is. We negotiate our worth in small daily movements or moments. We say yes when we mean no. We accept treatment that doesn't sit right with us. We overextend ourselves trying to earn appreciation. And we silence our needs to avoid conflict. Yeah. And over time, y'all, this becomes a pattern. The danger isn't just that others undervalue you, it's that you begin to undervalue yourself. You see, when you negotiate your worth repeatedly, you send messages to your own mind. My needs are optional. Yeah, but they're not. And that message erodes your confidence from the inside out. And now here's the important part. Most people don't do this because they lack strength. They do this because they fear loss, fear of rejection, fear of being misunderstood, fear of being labeled difficult. So they trade authenticity for approval. But approval that comes at a cost to your self respect, y'all, that's too expensive. There is a real cost to negotiating your worth. Let me tell you, it shows up in exhaustion, resentment, and a quiet sense of disconnection from who you truly are. And you start living in a version of yourself that feels edited and restricted. And listen, that's not sustainable. Rebuilding a non negotiable sense of self worth starts with clarity. It does. You have to define your standards, not as demands on others, but as commitments to yourself. What treatment aligns with your dignity? What behaviors are you no longer willing to excuse? So from there, boundaries become essential. Boundaries are not punishments, they're instructions to teach people how to engage with you. A boundary can be simple and calm. That doesn't work for me. Or I'm not available for that. Or I need to think about it. Notice there's an apology required. Protecting your worth does not require justification. And as you begin to hold your value steady, you may notice some discomfort. Some people will resist the change, but they were comfortable with the version that you once was because you negotiated. Growth can feel disruptive to relationships, but they were built on imbalance. But discomfort is not a sign you're doing something wrong. Often it's a sign you're stepping into alignment. A person who stops negotiating their worth becomes anchored. They make decisions from self respect. They understand that kindness and firmness can coexist. They accept that not everyone will approve and that they're willing to live with that because approval is temporary and self respect is foundational. So here's what I want you to carry with you today. Your worth is not a conversation that needs to be reopened every time someone challenges it. It is a constant. When you treat it as a non negotiable, your choices become clear, your voice becomes steadier, and your life begins to reflect the value you already possess. Some people will rise to meet that standard, others will fall away. Both outcomes, y'all, create space for healthier alignment. So take a moment after this episode to ask yourself, where am I still negotiating or bargaining with my worth? And what would it look like if you just stop? So thank you for spending this time with me on a dose of Spirit Strong with Michelle Encourages. And if this message resonates with you, share it with someone who may need a reminder. Until next time, stay grounded, stay strong, and remember your self worth was never meant to be negotiated.